Hey, what's poppin', all you thrillers? This is your boy, Will the Thriller from the Villa, and I'm actually going live because every time I try to record this video, it doesn't go the full 30 minutes because apparently I run out of storage no matter no matter how much stuff I delete on my phone. But anyway, guys, these are probably going to turn into live streams from now on instead of actual videos. So anyway, though, guys, this is Unfiltered episode 2. But anyway, before we move on, go hit the like button and comment down below and subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the bell button after you subscribe to this YouTube channel. But anyway, without further ado, here we go, guys. So, the question on Instagram today, and it's only one question really, but it does kind of, the segues and stuff that I did for my other takes before I found out I couldn't get the full 30 minutes, this one question really segues the episode really good. So we're just gonna do one question this week, but definitely ask me more questions in the comments below that I can use for future episodes. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do something on Instagram as well with this. But anyway, so the question comes from my best friend Danny Philpott because he said I could name drop his name. And as you all know, I don't name drop people unless they're okay with me name dropping them. But he said, if a guy touches your butt, basically how do you feel about that? And I assume he means like gay or bisexual. I think he said something like that, but I knew it was only one question, but I don't know totally everything how he worded the question, but I know kind of what he was saying. But I assume, yeah, he was saying that, like, if someone who was like gay or bisexual, if they touched my butt, what would I think about it? Like, I wouldn't be okay with it. I would honestly slap the person's face or, like, yell at them, like, call them out on it. Like, if it's a girl, I don't know. Maybe I'll slap them in the face. It depends. It depends on how, like, serious they're trying to do whatever. Like, I'm not doing it, I don't plan on doing anything like that for a video. Imagine 6 months down the road and you see some video about something that I send this video and it defies what I just said in this video. I don't know, that's a paradox. I just ignore everything that I just said, but it's hard to do this live stream because I can't pause the video. But no, for real, I wouldn't be okay with it. I would definitely call them out on it, whether they're a guy or a girl. I'm not okay with it. I will respect a gay or a bisexual person or whatever group you identify with, whatever group, not just those two groups, there are other groups too, but whatever group you identify with, I will respect you as a human being, but I will not, I'm not going to support whatever, thing you're doing. Oh, go support gays. What the heck is that? Oh, Roscoe, stop. I'll support you. I'll respect you as a human being, but in terms of something that's supporting gays or whatever, I'm not gonna send money to that because that's my money. Yeah, that's my money, and I'm not gonna be intimate with you either. Not sexually intimate. You can get a hug from me, whatever. You're not getting a kiss from me. You're not getting whatever. So I respect gays and bisexuals as human beings, but I will not respect, I will not support them with my money or with intimacy, like what they want, a lot of times, but I'm not, yeah. I don't hate gays. I know someone in the comment is going to go oh, Will hates gays. Will does not hate gays. Will actually will respect them as human beings. I'll talk with you. I'll hang out with you. We can go out for lunch or whatever. Not go out on a date, but hang out. We can hang out, go somewhere to eat or whatever. Go to a movie, watch a cool movie together. But we can hang out wherever. I'll play in a band with you, but I'm not going to I'm not gonna cuddle you. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where, that's kind of how I feel about that, is just, I'm not going to I will respect you, but I'm not gonna support you with my money or like intimacy. That's the only drawback. It's the only wall I have when it comes to a gay or a bisexual person. But I will respect them as a human being. Like we can talk, we can hang out or whatever. But I guess segueing from that, don't judge guys for being single. Don't call them gay just because they're single. That's the one of the meanest things you can do to a guy who is single is call them gay. Not everybody, guy or girl, is single by choice. Some are, like they want to be single, and that's great for them. You know, me, I'm okay with being single, but I would love to be in a relationship. But at this point in time, I cannot do that. It is not up to me. It is up to God, and it is up to whatever girl if they want to accept me or not. Because, you know, and this, I'll kind of come back to this because this segues into the next thing I wanted to talk about. But yeah, guys are not always single by choice. Wait, who just said something? Someone is saying something and I cannot see it. Live chat, there we go. Why are these, hang on. I need to go check my channel, see. I know I'm live right now. I just need to see the chat. Hey, oh wait. Everyone picks on me for having autism? Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. Yeah, definitely, like, see, that's the thing. Not all guys are single by choice. If a girl has rejected, or a guy, or, wait, hang on, let me see who you are. Hey, I'm just trying to, hang on. Look, okay, yeah. So you're a guy. So if a girl has rejected you, for whatever reason, for having autism, I would hope they didn't, but they did. That's definitely, I'm sorry that they did. But, dude, I mean, my prayers, I'm sending prayers out to you, brother, but, like, definitely, like, that's the thing, is some girls just have not too many standards. I want us to throw away the term standards and say too many things they're looking for. Okay, guys, I don't know why that just interrupted, but anyway, though, guys, I am back. Skip ahead to live broadcast. There we go. But anyway, guys, so as I was saying, though, that some girls have too many expectations or just stuff they're looking for. Not standards, because standards is something you want to live up to. I guess moral standards, I guess you could say that, but in terms of words you could use, I think things that they look for. There are too many things, and a lot of times in love, you're going to have to sacrifice stuff. You can't just have everything you want. That's the truth. And that's why a lot of girls complain, oh, I can't find a guy, blah, 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 blah. You're looking for too many things. You're not willing to settle for, oh, maybe, like, here's the thing. I say have an open mind, but don't settle completely. You might have to say no to a few things like, oh, no, they don't have brown hair. You know, I can't date them. But that's just a joke. I'm not trying to say anything there, but, like, you know, just because they don't have brown hair means I can't date them. Like, you know, that can be something that you sacrifice, I think. That's not really, in my opinion, that's not a big thing. That's like, for me, I would like someone who has blonde hair. That doesn't mean that the girl that I date or marry has to have blonde hair. Like, that's a small thing that I can sacrifice. It's just, I would like for them to have blonde hair. I think blonde hair is really nice. I want to dye my hair blonde. Not for that same reason, but I want to dye my hair blonde because I think blonde is a cool color. But I just think that shoot, what was I gonna say? This is truly the Unfiltered live stream, guys. But I think sometimes girls look for too many things. They have too many expectations. But I think that See, this is the point where I'd pause the video because I don't know what to say. But, like, I feel like, see, notifications are popping up too, which is messing up my live stream. But, anyway, though, doing this right now. But anyway, though, sometimes they're looking for too many things, and it's like, be a little more realistic. Like, if you're looking for someone who's a soldier or, like, whatever, like, it's unrealistic to want that when you're not going to go and join the military. Like, if you don't want to join that, like, you're not going to always find someone who's doing that. And, like, being willing to sacrifice a few things. Like, if you like talking to someone, give them a chance. You know, just think about that. But I don't know where I'm going with that because really this is a live stream and I wanted to do a video, but my phone won't let me do a video, so I gotta do a live stream. But anyway, just take that, I guess. You know, take that thought into consideration. But yeah, sometimes girls want different things and the guy isn't that, so they just reject him. They don't even give him a chance. And it's like, that's not the guy's choice. So don't call him gay, don't judge him for being single. Because sometimes people leave him in that situation of being single because they don't accept him, you know, and that's the girl's fault. A stereotype, though, that is kind of stupid is that the guy has to go and talk to the girl. That's, you know, girls, you can talk to guys too. Trust me, we won't bite. In fact, I'll talk right back. It's, you know, that's the thing is a lot of people judge shy people as being scared or not confident. We're not the most confident in social situations. But in terms of our skills and abilities, oh yeah, totally. You know, I'm not totally confident I wouldn't call it a lack of confidence. I say a lack of, you know, knowledge of social situations. But, sorry, I'm really trying to think because live streams aren't my thing. But, definitely, like, shy guys have some different personality traits or skill sets that are different from other people. So give them a chance and you might see something that you like. And give them, like, however much time they need because when they open up, and it'll take time for them to open up, whether it's days or weeks or even months, give them those however many months they need to open up, and, like, it'll be worth it, I promise you. They can be some really cool boyfriends too, is what I've heard. What I've heard from different people who dated shy guys is shy guys can be really cool boyfriends. So I would definitely think about it before you just, like, go up and talk to the guy. And guys, I'm not saying this is a break for you. Hey, don't talk to girls. Definitely go and talk to girls. But girls, you can do the same thing for guys too. You know? Like, just because some guy talks to you doesn't mean that's the guy you have to go with. You can talk to a guy, you know. But anyway, that's just me just saying that. Don't judge guys for being single. It's not always their choice. But yeah, kind of to segue from that, though, is a lot of people, you know, talking about, you know, the gay thing or whatever. You know, for guys or girls who like, you know, girls liking girls or guys liking guys, if the other person isn't buying what you want, this is even for the people who are straight, like, if the person doesn't like it, like, back off. Like, don't keep trying to make moves on them. Don't keep... Okay, what I was talking about last is, you know, if someone, whether they're straight or, you know, bisexual or whatever, you know, you can say no to them, but, like, the thing is, if you're hitting on someone or whatever, like, if they say no, if they don't want that, then take that as a hint. Back off. There are other people in the world, other fish in the sea. Yeah, kind of to segue from that about, you know, gay or whatever. This guy, Ben Shapiro, you guys are hating on him? Though, for real, he is speaking truth. Like, I don't want to call a guy who wants to be a girl, I don't want to call him Mrs. or Miss, and same thing for a girl, I don't want to call her Mr. Like, what happened to sex ed class? What happened to science class? What happened to when you were a little kid and your mom and dad taught you, oh yeah, well, you're a guy, you know, you're a boy, this is, put on these pants, put on this shirt, you know, or you're a girl, you know. and you wear a dress, that's what that there's no point in teaching that stuff to kids, or the sex ed class and science class, to people in terms of human anatomy, the biology of people, or whatever. There's no point in teaching about that stuff if we're going to dumb it down to you can be what you want to be. We're dumbing down society. I'm not saying we can't accept those people. We should definitely accept them for who they are. I mean, maybe try to teach them, but definitely accept them. Accept them for who they are. If we don't do anything, at least accept them for who they are. But stop dumbing down, and making when you make other people, call you Mr. or Mrs. or whatever, that draws a line for me. I'm not doing that. You're instantly telling me my morals, my values don't count for anything, and that I have to abide by what you say. That is wrong. That is wrong. When your point of view is saying that I can't have a point of view, my point of view is saying I don't want to call someone this if they're not this. You're a hypocrite because you're not following your own point of view. Because that means that your point of view can't exist if you're saying my point of view can't exist. So yeah, I definitely agree with Ben Shapiro. You definitely can't do that. Guys are guys, girls are girls. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah. Guys, I definitely don't I really think that we need to have better thought into all this before, you need to look up and research stuff before you just accept everything. Because really, I think some people accept these ideas without knowing everything, and it's just, I'm not going to accept it. But, I'll respect them as a person, but, I'm not going to call them Mr. or Mrs. if that's not what they are. That's my point of view. But anyway, the last thing that I wanted to discuss is, hey, by the way, Kylie Myers, bro, don't feel worthless, man. I'm really hoping that nothing that I said made you feel worthless, but if I did, I'm sorry, but I really, my prayers go out to you, like I said. My prayers go out to you. But anyway, so I'm going to say the comment that I put on episode 1 first, because that uploaded second, but there's less there to talk about than there is in part 2, which uploaded first. But anyway, in part 1, he says, in episode 1, part 1 of the Unfiltered series, he says, Will the Thriller from the Villa, why don't you send them this video? I'm sure they would love to hear from you, LOL. Look, the thing is, I post this series on Instagram, on my Instagram story all the time. And even before I started posting on Instagram, I told them about my YouTube. I told them. They just either haven't watched, or they either just haven't watched my YouTube, or they don't know, I've been saying whatever about whoever. Honestly, they're really busy too. One travels out of town for work all the time, so he definitely doesn't have time. And the other plays in a couple of bands, plays in tons of bands, and he also goes to school on top of that, and he works. He definitely doesn't have time. And he hangs out with friends. He doesn't have time to worry about me. And that's the way, I'm okay with that. Hang on. Oh, sorry about that. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm losing my voice now. I'm okay with that. What's the point of saying and by the way, I want to point out before I move on, just because I bring up a comment that's on my video, I don't bring it up because it bothers me. I bring it up for laughs, really, because it makes me laugh. This guy's fun. But he said, why don't you send them this video? I'm sure they would love to hear from you. I'm sure he meant that to sound sarcastic, but But the thing is, if they want to talk about, they can, and they can. They never asked me more. They didn't ask me more about my YouTube channel or anything. So if they wanted to see my videos, if they wanted to find out more, they would ask me more. Like, what's the point of bringing something up? Like, oh, I talked about you guys in these videos. Like, what's the point? Like, it sounds like I'm trying to start something. Like, are you serious? I've told you that I think one of my roommates is too immature to talk about these things, and he does this stuff probably knowingly. And it's like, I know when you're saying something, you know what you're saying, even if you're not conscious of it. You are mouthing the words as you are saying it. So it's like he knows what he's doing, and like if he really like, I'm not name dropping him either. So it's like, and everyone around here who knows us, like, they don't really watch my videos. There's only one person here, I think, who knows my channel, and maybe a couple more, but they don't know them. Like, they don't know them. It's kind of a mutual thing of, if I don't say their name, it doesn't really hurt them because no one knows who they are. And if you met them, you wouldn't know that I talked about them because I wouldn't tell you that they're my roommates. You know? I just say, hey, these are my friends, whatever, you know? I wouldn't tell you they're my roommates. Are you... Like, maybe I might, but, like, you... Really, you wouldn't know, like, honestly. It's just... It's one of those things where, like, what's the good in bringing this up? Like, there's no point. You know? I get it, what you're trying to say, but, like, honestly, if they want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. But I'm not just going to bring it up out of the blue. Like, what's the point in talking about it like that? You're literally telling me, hey, create conflict with people I know. Like, you're not smart, dude. Like, shut up. But where are some other things? I'm trying to find the second thing you said. So yeah, I'm not gonna name drop them unless they're okay with it. But like, I'm not gonna even ask them if they want me to name drop them. I will. But if they don't want to know about my channel, there's no reason bringing it up because it's like, what's the point? I'm not name dropping them, so it's not like anybody knows who they are. But anyway, the second thing he said, and I don't know which one he said first, but this one he said on my Unfiltered episode 1 part 2 video, and he said this long bunch of paragraphs, and he responded to this guy named Danny Philpott, which Danny said I could name drop him. He's also the guy who I think I've talked in here about collabing with him and doing Twitch and YouTube with him, and even maybe making a channel with each other, maybe a few channels with each other, and me being on his channel as well for some videos. But yeah, we're gonna collab when we get the chance. But you know, if we still feel the same as we do now, we're probably gonna collab in the future. He's just one of my best. He's just one of my best friends from school, from high school. But anyway, what this guy said to Danny was, at Danny Philbot, and then he did the comment, but he also did at Will the Thriller from the Villa. It looks like it's spelled right, but for some reason it didn't highlight. Like, dude, if it's for me, it's supposed to highlight. Like, you didn't do something right. You need to go back and edit your thing before I delete it, because I might just delete it because it looks so stupid the way you worded it. Like, learn some grammar, learn some internet etiquette on how to make a actual comment look good. That's the etiquette part, making it look good. But anyway, he said, Danny Philpott, Will the Thriller from the Villa said a couple things that don't add up. Period. Like saying in quotations. The fact is, I can write a better song than some famous people out there. The only difference is they have more eyes on them. End quotations. That's end quotations. That seems pretty cocky, because if he wrote songs as famous songwriters, in parentheses, I think that's what, if he wrote songs as well as famous songwriters, I think that's what he meant. He would be a famous songwriter. Now, let me tell you the mistake with that. What this guy doesn't realize, and he doesn't want to go search for the facts, but he sure wants to search through my videos for different evidence on me, which, thank you, man. I appreciate the views. Like, yeah, you're not giving me the most views I've ever had, but definitely thank you for the views. Thank you for being a fan, because obviously, if you're taking that much time out of your schedule, which probably isn't busy, you know, because you're spending so much time on watching my stuff, yeah, you're obviously a fan, bro. That's what you're making yourself look like. Um, but because you care so much about everything that I do and say, you know, a fan would do that. But anyway, so I did say that. I'll admit it. I said that. The fact is, I can write a better song than some famous people out there. It's true. You listen to some songs. If you listen to some of the stuff, if you listen to some of the stuff that I've been writing, and you listen and compare it to some songs out there that other people have written, you know, you'll see that my songs are better than some of those songs out there. And really, I don't like comparing songs. You know, like, it's creations by everybody, but you're talking about how you write it. What the heck? Yeah, they gotta check something. Okay, no one's out there. I thought someone was out there. It's just a wind. But anyway, the fact is that, like, I don't usually like comparing songs, in terms of, because they're all creations of different people and they mean different things to different people. But in terms of skill and the word choice and everything, like, if you're using different factors, then I think some of my songs are better than other people's out there that are famous. They just have more eyes on them. That's the fact that it's true. Because he's saying, unless you're famous, then you're not good at writing. That's what he says throughout this whole 3 paragraphs. And the fact is, there are people called songwriters who write songs for other people who aren't famous. But that's their job, is to write songs and lyrics and instrumental tracks and different stuff for other people, but they're not famous, so I guess they're not good at it. But yet they are, because famous people sing those songs and they're good. That disproves everything in his argument right there. That there are people called songwriters who write songs for other people. That's actually one avenue my dad told me that I should take. Because, like, here's the thing. You know, I am a good songwriter. Not just because my parents tell me, like other people tell me. And I've performed, and I've had even total strangers tell me that I'm good. But the fact is that, like, famous people, not every song that they write is going to be good. Like, sometimes they're going to write stuff that's going to be total BS. Like, it's not even going to be good. You know, you look at everything Drake has written, you know, like, or that Eminem has written, like, not everything is going to shine. Like, not everything is going to be a hit. Like, you got to think about that. Like, just because you're a songwriter, just because you're famous doesn't mean that everything you're going to say is going to hit the crowd. And if that's your definition of a good song, then, you know, I guess so what? Because that's not really what a good song, I don't know. Different people have different definitions of what a good song is. But if you mean it gets more eyes, just because it gets more eyes doesn't mean it's a good song. You know? Like, you really gotta look at different stuff. But, like, some songs you listen to, I bet at least a third of those songs, I would bet, or at least some of those songs, at least one of those songs, if you pick a great many wide variety of songs, not just 10 songs, like, pick 1,000 songs, I guarantee at least one of those was written by a different songwriter. One of those was written by a different songwriter. Or, if not the lyrics, the instrumental track. Like, something in there wasn't original from the artist. And just because it's by an artist, look on Spotify, look on somewhere else, you'll see other people in the credits too. They probably put guitar or keyboard, or they put lyrics, or they put vocals or background vocals on the song, or something. Like, you gotta look at everything, dude. They don't always write their own songs, and they don't write the whole song themselves. Like, just because you're famous doesn't make you a good songwriter. It just means you have more face. It just means you have more eyes on you. And some people get into the music business because they have a good face. They're cute. they're adorable. You know, they're awesome people. They're funny or whatever, and that's how they get in there. Like you look at a bunch of YouTubers, okay? I'll admit it. I've seen some of the Jake Paul. I've seen some of these Jake Paul songs that people think are fire. Maybe there's maybe like a few that I've seen that are fire. You know, like I kind of like Randy Savage, but there's some people on there who I don't think should be on there. That Ain't on the News. That's, in my opinion, that's probably one of his best songs he has put out. Is That Ain't on the News. You know, like, I think overall, if you compare him and Logan, Logan has more good songs than Jake. Even though both of them probably won't chart with their stuff. You know, it just, well, I think Every Day Bro did on iTunes, like, one time, but, like, really, like, in terms of billboards, I don't think they'll get on there. You know? Like, there's this guy, Shofu. He's awesome, but, like, and he's good at rapping, and he even rejected me from being on this thing called the Cypher that he does, like, a lot with different people. But the thing is, I don't think he's going to get on the charts. Like, you know, just because you're famous doesn't mean you're good. Like, and Shofu is good, but his stuff isn't going to relate with everybody. Like, he raps about Pokemon. You know, not everything he's going to say is going to relate to people. And there's people, like, there's this person that he knows, you know, 6 Seconds, Suicide 6, Shizzy 6, Shizzy. He is an excellent rapper, but he's not up there yet. Just because someone's famous doesn't mean they're the best. I think that 6 Seconds should get his time on Billboard. I think he deserves to be up there with other rappers. He's better than some of the rappers up there. That's my opinion. See, the thing is that famous and good are two different things. Sometimes they can be the same thing. Famous people, I'm sure there are famous people who are good, but let me go into this. Let me search up, because a lot of girls loved One Direction, right? Some people Direction was good, right? You know, if he's here, I would love for him to tell me an artist that he thinks is good, because I'm gonna go into this. Let's see. They didn't write that song. They didn't write that song. I'm going to One Direction's first album, because if you said if they're famous, they're good, right? No, not that one. Nope. Kelly Clarkson wrote that one. See? Songwriters write songs for other people. Okay, so they wrote Taken. But there are 7 other songs, at least so far, that I've seen that they didn't write on their album. Not every artist writes everything on their album. Like, that's what he's mistaking. Like, there are songwriters who aren't famous who write for them. Like, that's sometimes how you stay relevant, is by other artists. Like, literally you're saying that doing songwriting for other people, that can't be a job. Okay, so 2 songs on here they wrote out of 10 so far. 3 songs out of 11 they've written so far. So 3 songs out of 12 so far. 3 songs out of 13. 3 songs out of 14. 3 songs out of 15. And the 15th one was written by Ed Sheeran. 3 out of 15 songs, man. I think he... Look, dude, just because someone writes a song doesn't make them famous, okay? And the fact is, I am better than some of the people out there. You know, not everybody. I realize I'm not going to be the best of the best. I don't think you can really determine who's the best of the best, because people do different genres and different stuff. But, yeah, definitely, like, that, what you're saying doesn't make really much sense. Let me go get my charger as well. Hang on, guys. Alright guys, my camera might shift a little bit, but I gotta figure out how to make it stand up despite... Oh shoot, don't turn my computer off. Please don't, no, 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 shoot. Oh my gosh, it was hitting the power button. I'm trying to make my phone stand up against something. Anything. Alright, good. Is that gonna be good enough? I can't see some of my tabs, but it's okay. Hang on. I can't see some of my tabs. Okay, I can't see some of my tabs. I'm actually gonna mute this. So anyway though, guys. So yeah, really that's all I had to say about this. That's all I had to say about that. Just because you're famous doesn't make you a good songwriter. Not every famous person writes all their songs. I don't really think that. And not everything a famous person... Shoot, sorry about that. And not everything a famous person writes is going to be good because you look... Sorry. This is really annoying me. I'm really trying here, guys. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that works. But not everything a famous person is going to write is going to be good. And they don't release every single lyric they write. Like, are you serious? Like, Ed Sheeran said, like, as a songwriter, you know, you just need to keep writing. Like, not all of it is going to be good. You know, he used to not be good. Like, it takes time to be good, but just because you're famous doesn't mean you're good. And just because you're good doesn't mean you have to be famous to be good. But anyway... and then he said he didn't realize these people only have eyes on them. He doesn't realize these people only have eyes on them because they perfected their discipline. What? They perfected their discipline. You mean skill? And they've had discipline or whatever for their skill. They perfected their discipline. Spent years showcasing their music down a multitude of channels, and people are giving them positive feedback, and they keep coming back for more. Saying he writes songs better than any professional writer is delusional and arrogant, especially if he hasn't already written a song and gotten it on the radio or a TV show or a movie soundtrack. That would mean his music is not as good or even comparable to famous writers because no one has taken notice of them. First of all, I want to say something. First of all, my music, I sold my EP to literally my whole school, and I kid you not, my whole school bought my EP. Everybody in my school bought my EP. Literally everybody in my school bought my EP. Also, I know it's not live, but you guys can watch it later, even though there's no one viewing this right now. But literally everybody bought my EP in my school. I got to use one of my songs in my worship set at school. And really, I'm playing it in front of people who not all of them know me. They know me because I played in the worship band, but not all of them know me personally. So why would they let me use my song in the worship set? But like, just, it doesn't make sense. I'm not famous, so why would they let me do that? You know? No, it's good. I showed it off in a talent show and everybody loved it. Literally everybody was watching the video the next day. I kid you not. I heard tons of stories. Oh, we were watching your video while we were in class. Like, in almost every high school class period, almost every, because I sold my stuff. I know I said everybody, but most of the people in the school, because not the teachers, but most of the people in the school bought my EP. And then, oh shoot, there we go. Most of the people in the school bought my EP, and they were watching my video of me. They were watching my video of me performing my song the next day during class. Like a bunch of class periods, a bunch of high school kids were watching my stuff. And then a bunch of people bought my stuff. And I don't know all of them. I'm not even friends with all of them. They just liked hearing my stuff and they wanted to hear more. What do you say? Blah, blah, blah. Someone come back. People are giving them positive feedback and they keep coming back for more. I get positive feedback and I keep coming back for more. I mean, I get positive feedback and people keep coming back for more. But I'm not famous right now. But that doesn't add up, dude. Your thing was the famous people get tons of positive feedback and people keep coming back for more. Thing is, they start off somewhere. Everybody starts off somewhere. And yes, I started 2 years ago. Okay? Yeah, almost 2 years ago, actually. Or no, it has been over 2 years now. But, for a few months now. But the thing is, people have to start somewhere. And I bet you a lot of people you listen to now, like, oh, shoot. What is her name on the radio? She has amazing vocals. Oh, she's the person who does If It's Meant to Be with Florida Georgia Line. But that girl, she, or woman, whatever she would want to be called. BB Rexa, that's her name. She was making covers. She said it, if she was honest, then she really made covers before she got to be where she is now. The same thing, probably, I mean, Ed Sheeran did covers, you know? They started somewhere, and they didn't get all positive feedback. That's the thing he gets, is he thinks that being famous and getting there is an easy ride, that everybody's always going to love you. People start somewhere. Like, you look at Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Don't look at them from a music perspective, because I know not everybody likes their stuff, but see how famous they are now. Like, and I know he talks about this some in his third paragraph to me, this guy who said something to me. But Jake Paul and Logan Paul, or even PewDiePie, like a bunch of those YouTubers are cringy as crap in the beginning of their career. So the fact is, everybody starts somewhere, and it's not always a good road. Like, I have been racially discriminated on Twitch. I have been insulted so much. Like I went into one of my favorite streamers, you know, it was Shizzy's stream, the guy I talked about, you know, or his other name is The God, but 6 Seconds has a stream on Twitch, and he's doing what I want to do right now, which is making music and Twitch streaming and doing YouTube. But anyway, he gets to do all those, but that's good for him. But anyway, he had one of his mods who I don't think was very mature, but Shizzy says he just jokes around a lot, but he didn't like me or whatever for some reason. It was my nickname. I mean, it was my last name. It was whatever. It was that I was white. Because they were judging me like, oh, yeah, he's white. He has this last name. Like, Jeanette is his last name. Like, he's a little white boy. Oh, he's finished. Like, you're serious? You're so racist. And then a bunch of people, I guess the guy sent a bunch of people, or, you know, a bunch of people just came in there or whatever. Either I said I was going to stream or I didn't, but a bunch of people came into a stream after that I made reacting to that. And I wasn't sad or anything. I was letting them say whatever to me. But literally at the time, that was the most people I ever had in there. And that was about 30 or 40 people at the same time. And then in the future, I had like 70 people come in. But that was for a better stream. That wasn't people insulting me. But literally 30 to 40 people came in just to be racist to me. So you want to say that everybody is going to have a smooth ride to the top? You're wrong. If you're having a smooth ride to the top, then you got lucky. Or you had a family member who was famous, who gave you a shout out, and who helped you get an agent, and who helped you get everything that you need to get there. Dude, I've started out with nothing on YouTube. I don't know someone who is famous. I don't know someone who is even in my state government or anything, dude. So the fact is, everybody starts off small. Look at R5. They didn't always come from the best beginning. They didn't have the most money growing up. R5 is a group of siblings who, R5 is a group of, I know it's one sister and then like 3 or 4 brothers who started off not having a whole lot of money, but look where they are now. They're making really good music, and they were on Disney Channel. Ross Lynch. That's what the R is for, because all 5 of their names start with R. But yeah, it's R5, 5 members, so, you get the gist of the name. But they didn't start off with a whole lot, dude. And look where they are now. And they probably didn't start off with, a lot of people loving them. There's been tons of people who didn't get their opportunity and were rejected tons of times. So the fact is, you can't just say what you said here. What'd you say? And they perfected the discipline. That's totally wrong right there. They perfected the discipline. They perfected their skills. And they disciplined themselves. That's how you should have said it. But yet, that's your grammar. So I'm not, I don't know what to say about that. But you're showcasing their music down a multitude of channels. Down a multitude of channels? What do you mean by that? Do you mean online and in person? Because not everybody has the opportunity to do that. And not everybody does that to get famous. Like, there was one, it was either Chris Tomlin or Chris Rice or Stephen Curtis Chapman or some Christian artist who was recording a song for someone else. And as the story that I've heard from multiple people is that someone was walking by, like, the booth or whatever that he was recording in, and they were walking down the hall, and they heard him. Wait, what? New subscriber? What's up, Colin? Thank you, man, for subscribing. I gotta put my phone back now because I couldn't see that before. Alright. But anyway, yeah, it was like some Christian artists, and they, if my camera isn't straight, please tell me, guys. But anyway, they were saying, let's see. What is happening with my phone right now? Anyway, though, so he was walking by, and he actually heard him, and, if my camera really isn't straight, please tell me, guys. But, like, he liked what I heard. He liked what he heard, and I guess that's how that Christian artist got, that's how the Christian artist got his start, but, like, yeah, it was a guy for sure, but, he could have gone, the guy walking by could have gone to the restroom and then when he came back out to walk in the hallway, that guy who recorded it could have been done, could have even passed the guy by, and he wouldn't even know who that artist was. But see, that's the thing, is that you can't just say that, like, oh, not everybody does it. It's different for everybody. Like, you can't just say that's how it is. That's black and white. Like, that's how you do it. If you don't do it that way, you don't get it. But you do this. Like, there's everything is wrong with what you said. That's not how everybody does it. And it's not a smooth ride. And my music is good. My song almost got used in my graduation, and it only didn't get used because there wasn't enough time for it to be used. But everybody bought my EP, and they loved that song. It wasn't just my family who bought it. People who didn't even know me came back and told me they listened to it, and they loved that song. So don't even... one of my songs were used in a worship set. So the song that was going to be in graduation was a secular song, or non-Christian for those of you who don't know what secular means. But a non-Christian song, and the one for worship was, of course, a Christian song. But I write both genres, and people just love it. So the fact is, yeah, I do write better than some people who are famous. I didn't say everybody who is famous, but a lot of people. I'm not even going to say most, because I don't know for sure. Maybe I am better than most people, but I'm not going to say that, because I don't know for sure, but I know I'm probably better than a lot of people out there. Because I know my skill, I know me, and Other people who aren't even my family tell me how good I am, so don't even try to say nothing to me. Okay, and then the third and final paragraph he said was, Will just seems like he's the kind of kid, and he spelled of wrong. He spelled it like off, kind off kid. That's what made me. I read it wrong the first take I did of this video, but he said, Will just seems like that kind of kid that wasn't really abnormally good at anything. In parentheses, he put school, sports, social life, etc. in the parentheses. But he really likes guitar, so his parents encouraged him and told him he was really, really good. And now he has this inflated sense of self, in parentheses, which probably turns off every competent musician around him, end parentheses. And unfortunately for him, he has what looks like a way below average ability for someone wanting to be YouTube famous. He might want to try being humble and acknowledge it is just his arrogant and experienced unprofessional opinion that his songs are better than some famous writer's songs, and that his songs will sell one day. I've been watching AGT for years on and off, and he is the exact person that would get booed off the stage and cut by the judges before he could finish his song. He's the guy that will freak out on Simon Cowell, and even end even a potential career, LOL. So a few things I have to say about that too is that you think I have a below average ability for someone wanting to be YouTube famous. Here's the thing. I think I said this before. If I didn't say it in this live stream, and I said it in one of my last takes I did of this video I'm trying to do, well, here's what it is. If you're talking about my music ability, there are tons of people who, I talked to some of my I guess you could say professors at school, and since it's a recording studio as well as a school, they get tons of people coming in there and recording their stuff, and they hear the vocals, and they tell me, the professors tell me honestly, I really didn't like this person's vocals. They shouldn't have been singing that song. They sounded like they should have been a background vocal or something. Everybody has a different opinion, but honestly, not everybody in the industry will have the best vocal range or the best vocals. That doesn't mean you can't get better. And I know I need to get better. I have said in my videos, because I know you like looking through my videos, dude, to see if you can have any evidence or anything on me. But dude, the fact is, by the way, guys, if you have anything to say about this guy, you just want to laugh at him, put LOL down in the comments or something, because honestly, this guy is hilarious. If he's talking about my YouTube skill, look at every YouTuber now. Jake Paul and Logan Paul used to be cringy. PewDiePie, cringy. They used to be cringy. Even they cringe some now. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. Someone wanting to be YouTube famous. Okay, for one thing, I do kind of want that, but that's not the thing I want the most. I want to make a living off of YouTube and Twitch and music all together, and be able to do that for however long, for a really long time, and hopefully save up enough money for when that ends, I can just relax for the rest of my life. Just not do any big, buy a big house or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. Live off of my money that I made from there for the rest of my life. When I get to the point where I can make a living, I'll start, saving that money. But my 401k, or whatever, 404, 401k, aka my retirement fund for whenever I end YouTube or Twitch or whatever, whenever I just don't want to do it. But, dude, different people have different skills, and there's some people who, like, had an accidental, like, cat video or something that went famous, and it's like, they're famous now, like, they're the guy doing that stupid trick, and it's like, there's no skill involved. It is luck, my dude. Like, the thing is, you can look up all these tricks and tips for, like, oh, posted this time because there's the most percentage of people on Instagram at this time of day, and they're most paying attention at this time of the day. You can do everything you want to, but in all, it comes down to luck. People don't have to see your stuff. They can scroll right by it. They can scroll past your video. You know, some people get famous by accident. Really, they really do. There's a stupid video out about them because they didn't want to get famous, or they didn't try, and now they're famous for something they don't want to be famous for, or just whatever. So, like, not everybody tries to get famous in order to be famous. Sometimes they're wearing something on a show, and a bunch of people are talking about it online on social media, and they're YouTube famous. You know? But their skill is not good, right? So that just proves your point right there. Like, don't try to argue with me. Trust me. It won't work out for you. But, seriously though, like, you don't have to have the most skill to go on YouTube. Just trust me. I went to this thing called GearFest, and literally, you know, these guys have said, like, you don't have to have the best camera or anything. Like, your phone camera is a pretty good camera already. So, like, if you're talking about my camera, my editing, dude, not everybody does that online. And, like, sure, I will get that eventually, but while, you know, I don't have the funds, I'm doing as good as I can right now. And right now, I'm doing pretty good. So he doesn't have anybody. That's the thing. He doesn't have anybody, so I don't think he can even talk. But I just want to correct some things before, like, people believe this guy, because it's not true. And, dude, I was certainly really good at things. I was really good at soccer throughout high school. I definitely was good at soccer. I played basketball, but I had to quit that because you know, when I wanted to, you know, keep up with school. And I wasn't really able to keep up with school when I was doing soccer and basketball, so I had to sacrifice one. So therefore, I didn't really keep playing basketball. But I was definitely good at it. I was good at making longer shots, you know, from a distance. But I just didn't play for that long because I had other things that were more of a priority, like school. I had to do. But, dude, I was definitely good at sports. I was good at soccer. Hello? I worked my way up from being a defender to being offense. And being offense, you know, defenders definitely have skill, but all the leagues that I played in, I guess it was, you know, not pressured, but it was more like built into us that you have to have more skill to play offense, I guess. But I'm not going to talk much on that. That can be a different video, I guess, or a different live stream. But, dude, I was definitely good at sports. In social life, I used to have a great social life. And I still do right now, but, like, I've just lost a lot of people that I used to talk to because a lot of them, like, mess with my trust. Dude, I don't want people like that in my life. Like, I don't think you would either in your life, but I definitely don't want people like that in my life. But school, I mean, I was good at school. You know, I didn't always get A's on everything, but I was good at school. I passed. You know, that's all that really matters. Here's the secret about school. For those of you who don't know, school only matters when it's a college you're trying to get into, or maybe if it's like a teacher job, I guess. But really, anything else, job-wise, they only care about attendance. They don't care about your grades. They don't care. They could care less about your grades. You know, jobs, really, they care about job experience, I guess, is most of the thing. That's the bad side for people who have never done jobs before, is they can't get a lot of jobs because they've never had a job before. And so they don't have job experience. But really, like, I was good at, like, school really doesn't affect me now. My grades that I made back then don't affect me right now. you know. And grades aren't everything. Like, he thinks that school, sports, and grades are everything. It's like, that doesn't make you a weird kid. And I don't think there is a really, like, weird kid. Unless you're really trying to be like that, then yeah, you are, I guess. But there's no really, like, a weird kid thing. And my parents they did encourage me. I didn't want to play guitar for the first year. You know, I think they more encouraged me because they knew that they bought a guitar for me and they didn't want it to be a waste of money for me or for them. And so they wanted me to play guitar, but I was songwriting for like the first year before I started playing guitar. I didn't pick up my first guitar for a year. But dude, that never gave me a more inflated sense of myself. Okay? I think now I'm starting to learn to be more humble of opportunities I get because I know opportunities don't last forever. But the fact is that, hang on. Let me skip to the live portion of my live stream because I think people are commenting. Shoot, don't close and open. All right. Anyway, but what was I saying before the wind did that? Yeah. No, I think I never really had a big ego, I don't think, because I never really wanted to think of myself as the highest ever. Um, I thought that I was good. After a while of people saying that I was good, it did inflate my self-confidence if that's what you're talking about, but I don't think I ever grew an ego. I think the point where you can say someone has an ego is where they're acting cocky and just overconfident. Just that's the point where it can become an ego, but I don't think sense of self, like, are you calling me a narcissist? Like, what are you saying? Incompetent. I'm going to look up competent because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to be someone who actually looks up things before I say just whatever about it. What is it? Competent. Okay. So, no. I don't go around bragging. So, let me tell you what it means, actually. Competent. It's an adjective. Having the ability, knowledge, or skill to do something successfully. And sure, I know tons of people like that. I think I've either said it on my live stream on live.me or on YouTube that I know there are people who are better than me. When I say I'm a good songwriter and I'm better than some people out there who are famous, I'm not saying I'm the best ever, but there's some people out there who I think, in my personal opinion, because this is obviously your personal opinion, I guess, of everything that you're saying. But what I'm saying is, I think that I am better than some people out there who are famous. I just don't have eyes on me like they do. But, I have a really inflated sense of self. No, I don't see that, bro. I'm more confident in myself, but I don't have an ego about it. Like, I think what you're talking about is when someone goes around bragging that they're the best or whatever, and, like, that's when I see that. And, like, it does not turn off musicians because I don't have that. I can relate to a lot of musicians because I'm an introvert and I like to listen to people. So, in fact, you're turning off everybody pretty much because you're so dumb. Like, I'm disproving everything you're saying right now. And unfortunately for him, like, how do you even know me, dude? Like, who are you? Fortunately for him, here's what it looks like. I already talked about that. He might try being humble and acknowledge. Dude, I have been humble. I have, in fact, really been humble. I have prayed and thanked God for the opportunities I've had this year. and prayed for that I was saved. You know, that I wasn't hurt in the robbery. I was thankful that I wasn't. You know, I don't take things for granted. I'm definitely humble. I think you need to become more humble and just stop boasting out all these words as if you know everything, because it seems like you're acting like you know a lot. You don't know everything, but you're acting like you know a lot. I don't know. And sure, if your opinion is that my opinion is arrogant, inexperienced, and unprofessional, then sure, go ahead. Because obviously you're professional enough to know about it. You know, who are you to tell me this? You're not professional. How would you know? Like, dude, you haven't even done research. You haven't even looked up all these different stories. Like, you don't know. You gotta actually research before you spit your mouth. That's to everybody out there. Before you say some crap to me that you don't know about, like, go and do your research. Go and honestly research it up, because you don't know what you're talking about. And dude, I wouldn't have a problem, you know, if Simon Cowell said whatever to me. He only said something to people who, like, you know, just overreact, and I would not overreact. Dude, and I'm only going on AGT when I think that I am going to be good enough for it vocally, because I think vocally that's the only thing I need to work on. Like, there are rhythm guitars to go on there. Now, people think rhythm guitars don't have as much skill. I can play different lead parts of songs. I'm just not going to compose it. You know, I can play different strings. I'm just not going to go deep into like, I'm not going to do different lead parts for different songs. Like, it doesn't mean I never will, but I'm just not going to compose it. Someone else can compose it to my song if they want, but I'm not going to. But dude, I know I'm going to do good on there. As long as I go on there when I feel like I am good enough, and when I've gotten, like, feedback from other people that I'm good enough, like multiple people, you know, that I'm good enough. And so what? If I get booed off, who cares? Dude, that doesn't mean it's the end of my career. There's tons of people who have gone on that show who did bad before, who go back on and do even better. Like, just because you get rejected once doesn't mean you can't ever go back on there. But, dude, I just look up your facts. Like, what the heck is going on outside? I don't know what's going on outside. I don't know what's going on outside. Sorry, I can't talk right. But anyway, the point is, before anybody tries to argue with me in the future, like, don't argue with me. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. I'm just simply going to reply to this guy. There are so many things that are wrong with this comment. Besides, I'm going to put in parentheses. Besides the grammar. Yeah, grammar. I didn't spell right. I did ER instead of AR. There are many things wrong with this comment that you just said. There are so many things that are wrong with this comment besides the grammar that you just said. But anyway, guys, did I respond to this one? Yeah, I did. And then I said in this other video, it's the one comment where he said, "Why don't you send them this video? I'm sure they'd love to hear about you." And then I replied back to him. I said, "Why do you care about my life so much?" Actually, I don't care. The fact that you take time out of your busy schedule to watch my videos just shows how much of a fan you are. So anyway, he doesn't have any content. I've already clicked on his name to see if he has content. He doesn't. Alright, let's just be real. He doesn't even have a sub. He doesn't have anything. No, this content doesn't have any this channel doesn't have any content. Why don't you at least have for your profile pic, why don't you at least have your face or something? He's too lazy, dude. He's online commenting and hating on everybody. Like, that's how much of a life you don't have. You have too much time on your hands, dude. I swear, if you use that time to actually do something useful with your life, you might be further than me. But yet, he thinks 100 subscribers is so easy. Like, he said, oh yeah, he thinks he's famous with 100 subscribers. Dude, that's not easy for everybody. Starting off from nothing, that's not easy for everybody. So, it's really not easy for anybody if you start out with nothing. So the thing is, though, why don't you try it? You can't really talk when you don't have any subscribers. Anyway, that's kind of it, guys. But I just kind of wanted to say all that because my camera on here won't work. So yeah, guys, I will see you all later. This is your boy Will the Thriller from the Villa saying bye. Have a good day, and I will see you later. Bye.